Welcome to the channel Cucuy, where nightmares don't wait for bedtime. These aren't just stories, they're warnings. 3 tales, 1 chance to look away. But you probably won't, because it's already watching. The Landlord's Paradise. This is a chilling tale, a descent into the darkest corners of human manipulation and control. It is a narrative born from the shadows of real-life horrors, drawing its grim inspiration from the infamous case of Leonard Lake and Charles Ng. We delve into a world where sanctuary became a cage and a savior a tormentor. This is the story of Marcus Webb and his self-proclaimed paradise. It is a stark reminder of how easily trust can be weaponized and reality twisted. Prepare to witness the insidious power of psychological subjugation. Marcus Webb presented himself as a visionary, a self-proclaimed survivalist preparing for the inevitable collapse. He meticulously constructed a compound nestled deep within the serene Sierra Nevada foothills. It was a seemingly idyllic haven, a fortress against a world he claimed was crumbling. This elaborate complex was equipped with every conceivable amenity for long-term self-sufficiency. Solar panels gleamed, a fully stocked workshop hummed, and underground bunkers promised ultimate security. Webb had amassed enough supplies to sustain a small community for years, a testament to his meticulous planning. Neighbors initially viewed Webb as nothing more than an eccentric. His survivalist tendencies seemed harmless, even admirable, in their isolated community. They saw a man preparing for a future they hoped would never arrive, a quirky but benign figure. Beneath this carefully constructed veneer of self-reliance lay a horrifying truth. The compound was not a refuge from the world, it was a meticulously designed prison. Its true purpose was far more sinister than mere survival. The underground bunker, the heart of Webb's twisted vision, was a testament to its true function. Its walls were soundproofed, designed to muffle any cries for help. Reinforced steel doors sealed off its secrets from the outside world. Within this subterranean labyrinth were custom-built cells, chillingly referred to as guest rooms. These were not for visitors seeking shelter. They were meticulously prepared for captives. The entire compound was a stage for Webb's darkest fantasies, not a sanctuary from the apocalypse. Marcus Webb was a master of psychological manipulation, meticulously crafting an environment of absolute control. He had delved deep into the study of psychology, seeking to understand the precise mechanisms of isolation and subjugation. His knowledge was not for healing, but for harm. He even tested his theories, first on animals, observing their responses to confinement and stress. Only when he perfected his methods did he progress to human subjects. Webb preyed on the most vulnerable, luring in hitchhikers and runaways with promises of safety. He offered them protection from a dangerous outside world, a world he painted as chaotic and unforgiving. What began as hospitality quickly devolved into psychological torture. Webb staged elaborate events and crafted compelling narratives to convince his captives that the compound was their only salvation. He would show them doctored news footage, depicting widespread violence, economic collapse, and devastating natural disasters. These fabricated realities reinforced his narrative of a world beyond repair. Rules, initially simple and benign, gradually became more restrictive, tightening the noose of control. Webb even made his victims complicit in their own captivity. He staged escape attempts using volunteers from within the compound. These volunteers would return with terrifying reports of outside dangers, tales of armed gangs, poisoned water, and societal breakdown. The message was clear, hammered home with every staged event and every chilling report. The compound was salvation, a beacon of hope in a dying world. The outside, conversely, was certain death, a place of unimaginable peril. Marcus Webb did not operate alone in his dark dominion. He had a partner, a young man named Tommy, charismatic and utterly devoid of conscience. Tommy was the physical enforcer, maintaining order through intimidation and brute force. While Webb orchestrated the psychological torment, Tommy ensured compliance. Together, they forged a closed system, a self-contained universe where reality was dictated solely by their whims. Their word was law, their narratives, the only truth. The compound's population swelled, reaching a chilling total of 18 individuals. These residents became completely dependent on Webb for their survival, their every need met within the confines of his twisted paradise. They were unaware of their true captivity, believing themselves to be fortunate survivors. When individuals inevitably disappeared, Webb had a ready explanation. He calmly claimed they had been relocated to other safer outposts. The remaining residents, thoroughly indoctrinated, accepted these explanations without question, their minds too warped to doubt their savior. The insidious web of control began to unravel with the arrival of Sarah, a social worker. Her professional eye quickly recognized the subtle signs of manipulation and abuse. She saw through the facade, sensing the deep-seated fear beneath the surface. Sarah secretly documented the horrors she witnessed, meticulously detailing the bunker's layout and the number of victims. Her hidden journal became a crucial piece of evidence, a silent testament to the atrocities committed within. It was her courage that ultimately led to the compound's discovery. When authorities finally raided the compound, a shocking scene unfolded. The residents, so deeply entrenched in Webb's psychological control, initially defended him. They saw the police as invaders, threatening their perceived sanctuary. It took months of intensive deprogramming to help these victims understand the truth of their situation. They had to slowly unlearn the fabricated reality Webb had imposed upon them. It was a long, arduous journey back to sanity, a painful reawakening to their true status as captives. During his trial, Marcus Webb remained utterly unrepentant, a chilling testament to his profound delusion. He maintained his belief that he was a savior, a benevolent protector. He truly believed he had safeguarded his family from a hostile world. He saw no evil in his actions, only necessary measures for survival. His conviction was absolute, his self-perception unshakable. Webb was a man who had not only twisted the minds of others, but had also irrevocably warped his own. The Landlord's paradise stands as a stark and disturbing reminder of the insidious power of manipulation. It highlights the devastating consequences that arise when unchecked control is allowed to flourish. This narrative explores the terrifying depths of human depravity. It also illuminates the profound vulnerability of the human psyche when confronted with calculated psychological warfare. This case serves as a chilling case study, a cautionary tale of how easily reality can be distorted and freedom stolen. It forces us to confront the human capacity for both unimaginable evil and profound susceptibility. The Collector's Obsession. In the quiet, unassuming corners of Milwaukee, a chilling narrative unfolded, one that would forever scar the city's collective memory. This is the story of Jonathan Hayes, a man whose life was consumed by a macabre obsession, mirroring the unspeakable horrors of the Jeffrey Dahmer case. His existence on the surface appeared utterly unremarkable. Jonathan Hayes lived a seemingly ordinary life, blending seamlessly into the urban landscape. He maintained a quiet, unassuming facade, a mask that concealed a profound and terrifying secret. Neighbors perceived him as nothing more than a quiet, harmless chemistry student, a young man navigating the routines of daily life. He worked the night shift at a local chocolate factory, a mundane job that provided him with both income and an alibi. This seemingly innocuous employment allowed him to operate under the cloak of darkness, his true activities hidden from plain sight. No one suspected the depths of depravity that lay beneath his calm exterior. Jonathan's apartment was not merely a living space, it was a meticulously crafted laboratory of death. Every detail was arranged for the chilling purpose of documenting and preserving human remains. The very air within its walls was thick with the silent echoes of unspeakable acts. His kitchen, once a place for sustenance, had been converted into a chemical processing center. It housed an array of acids and specialized preservation equipment, tools for his grotesque experiments. This was where the transformation began, where life was reduced to inert matter. The bedroom, a sanctuary for most, became the chilling repository of his macabre collection. It housed an array of photographs, trophies, and specimens, each a testament to his dark compulsion. This was his private museum, a testament to his twisted desires. The core compulsion driving Jonathan Hayes was not the act of killing itself. His primary motivation was a profound need for ownership and collection. The taking of a life was merely a means to an end, a prerequisite for his true obsession. He was fueled by the meticulous processes of dismemberment, preservation, and the subsequent collection of human remains. These acts provided him with a perverse sense of control and permanence. His apartment was transformed into a grotesque museum, a monument to his dark desires. Skulls, bones, and various preserved body parts served as his most prized trophies. Each piece represented a victory, a permanent acquisition in his horrifying collection. They were tangible proof of his dominion, a testament to his power. In a chilling display of his twisted reverence, Jonathan even attempted to create a shrine in his closet. Adorned with candles and photographs, it was a perverse altar dedicated to his victims. This was his attempt to immortalize them, to keep them with him forever. Jonathan's approach to his horrific acts was both methodical and chillingly precise. He operated with a calculated efficiency, leaving little to chance. His victims were carefully selected, often from the vulnerable population frequenting gay bars. He would lure these individuals with a deceptive charm, inviting them back to his apartment under false pretenses. His demeanor was disarming, his words persuasive, masking the sinister intent beneath. Trust was his most potent weapon. Once inside his lair, the victims were drugged into unconsciousness with a potent cocktail of sedatives. This rendered them helpless, completely at his mercy. The transition from charming host to cold predator was swift and absolute. Following their deaths, Jonathan engaged in elaborate post-mortem rituals that consumed hours of his time. He would meticulously photograph his victims in various positions, documenting every detail of their bodies. These images were not just records, they were extensions of his ownership. He performed dismemberment with an unnerving precision, a skill he had cultivated through self-study of anatomy. Each cut was deliberate, each separation calculated. This was not a frenzied act, but a controlled, almost surgical process. His ultimate goal was to find ways to keep them forever through various preservation techniques. He experimented with chemicals, seeking the perfect method to halt decay and maintain his trophies. This was his twisted form of immortality. Jonathan's factory job provided the perfect cover for his clandestine activities. The late hours and the nature of the work allowed him to operate without suspicion. His colleagues and supervisors remained oblivious to his true nature. His access to industrial equipment and the routine disposal of organic waste at the factory proved invaluable. This provided him with a convenient means to dispose of any unwanted remnants. The mundane became a tool for the monstrous. Beneath the chilling facade of Jonathan Hayes lay a profound internal conflict. He was acutely aware of the wrongness of his deeds, a flicker of conscience in the darkness. This awareness was a constant, tormenting presence. He meticulously documented his guilt and self-loathing in extensive journals, a private confession of his inner turmoil. These writings revealed a man wrestling with his own monstrous compulsions, yet the compulsion to collect proved stronger than his conscience. Despite his awareness, Jonathan made multiple attempts to stop his horrific cycle of violence. He recognized the destructive path he was on, the abyss he was falling into. The desire for normalcy, for an end to the madness, was present. He even attempted to seek therapy, a desperate plea for help from the very darkness that consumed him. These efforts, however, were ultimately futile. The insidious cycle of violence always returned, pulling him back into its grip. Jonathan's final statement, delivered after his capture, revealed the core delusion that fueled his atrocities. It was a desperate, twisted need for companionship, for an end to his profound loneliness. This need was warped into a horrifying form of possession. He uttered the chilling words, "I just wanted to keep them with me. I didn't want to be alone anymore." This statement laid bare the terrifying pathology at the heart of his crimes. His desire for connection manifested as ultimate control. The reign of terror orchestrated by Jonathan Hayes finally came to a horrifying end through an act of sheer desperation. A victim, Marcus, managed to escape while still heavily drugged, a testament to an instinctual will to survive. His escape was a miracle. Marcus, disoriented but determined, led police directly to Jonathan's apartment. The address, once a secret lair, was now exposed. The facade of normalcy was about to crumble, revealing the unspeakable horrors within. The discovery within Jonathan's apartment sent shockwaves through the responding officers. They found the remains of 17 victims, a macabre collection of human lives. The sheer scale of his depravity was almost incomprehensible. Detailed photographs and incriminating journals were also uncovered, providing a chilling roadmap of his crimes. These artifacts exposed the full depth of Jonathan's depravity, leaving no doubt about the nature of his obsession. The evidence was overwhelming. During his interrogation, Jonathan Hayes was chillingly cooperative, almost eerily calm. There was no resistance, no attempt to deny the undeniable. His demeanor suggested a strange sense of relief, as if a heavy burden had been lifted. He confessed to everything, his words devoid of emotion, yet laden with a profound sense of inevitability. He stated, "I couldn't stop. I tried, but I couldn't make myself stop." These words encapsulated the terrifying power of his compulsion. The case of Jonathan Hayes underscores a terrifying reality. Evil can exist, festering and growing, beneath the most innocuous surfaces of normalcy. His ability to function within society, to hold a job and interact with others, while harboring such profound darkness, is a chilling testament to this truth. He was a monster hiding in plain sight. His story serves as a stark reminder of the potential for hidden horrors that lurk in the shadows of our communities. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that the most dangerous individuals may not fit any preconceived notions of villainy. They may be the quiet neighbor, the unassuming student. Ultimately, Jonathan Hayes' obsession emphasizes the fragility of the line between sanity and madness. It reveals how a twisted psychological need can consume an individual, leading them down a path of unspeakable acts. His case remains a chilling portrait of depravity, a dark stain on the human psyche. Still here. You made it through this time. But the channel Cucuy isn't done with you. He feeds on curiosity. And you're already hooked. Subscribe before he finds someone else.